Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Creating with Gorilla Art. We are doing a top secret here. You definitely want to do this for Mother's Day if you can find the supplies. Don't tell a soul. You want it to be a surprise. Okay, so let me show you. Make sure no one's in the room before I take it off. Boom! We're doing a Mother's Day surprise. Isn't that cute? This is our little Mother's Day project that I thought it was super cute to gather. We have tissue, and we have a canvas, and we have acrylic paint. Okay, so if you don't have a canvas, such as this one, you can grab a piece of wood. You can do it on watercolor paper. You might want it to be a little thicker paper, such as watercolor, as opposed to, you don't want the paper too thin. So I would say wood or cardboard. You could get cardboard out of like a cereal box. You cut one side and use that. Or in this case, as I'm doing, is a canvas. I'm going to be doing, here's my canvas here, all ready to go. Okay. And I'm going to be doing tissue to fill in the hearts. So why don't you look around, see what materials you can find, and meet me back here. Okay, so you've got your materials, some tissue. And by the way, if you don't have any tissue, you could just paint it in. It doesn't have to be with tissue. Or by the way, you could also do a napkin. It doesn't have to be tissue, it could be a napkin too. Wrapping paper, scrapbook paper. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started with doing our background. This is a very whimsical, beautiful background. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's supposed to look kind of messy and fun. And I'm just using 3 colors here. You'd think I was using purple, but I don't have purple. I have blue and pink and white. And with the blue and the pink, I'm gonna get a scoop of blue and a scoop of pink, and I'm gonna make a purple. When I'm starting with the background, I like to start real close to my heart. I press and I drag the paint around, see? I'm gonna do it all the way around my heart. This one is a little more purple than the other one, but that's okay, I like it. Everybody's will come out a little different. And if it goes inside your heart, that's okay. And then I'm gonna double dip. I'm not really mixing, and I'm just gonna do this very wispy back and forth. Almost my wrist is going like a crisscross motion till I cover the whole thing. And the secret is not to stay on the same spot. Notice that as soon as I crisp, my hand is moving and I cross in another spot. Because if you go over and over and over in the same spot, it'll muddy up your paint. And you really want to see the brush strokes in there. That's what makes it look so cool, I think. In fact, I think just to do it as fast as you can, I'm gonna put this out of the way, makes it look better. It's just my opinion. I like to do the sides of my canvas, okay? Sometimes you gotta hold it up a little bit. Get those sides. Look at all those colors happening. I just think it looks so much fun. All those sides done. And you want to make sure you don't have any white spots, okay? Those are what I call peekaboo. Notice that I'm kind of blending in those lines that were around my heart. I think I just have a little bit more to do. Almost out of paint. But I can make it work. All right, perfect. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of pink. And notice that I'm not gonna dip straight in my pink. I'm always going off to the side a little bit so that I don't ruin that white. What did I say, pink? I meant white. And I'm gonna do some little brush strokes of white. You don't wanna do too much because I don't want it to suddenly become white. I just wanna see the brush strokes. And I like them going all different directions. Almost like feathers in the wind. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I like it. This is really pretty. Now, if you have any glitter, now is the time to add the glitter to it. I'm gonna let you pause me here, get caught up with your painting, add the glitter while it's wet, okay? And then come on back. Okay, welcome back. I've got mine glittered. I don't know too many mothers who don't like glitter. Most of them do. Now, the second thing you're gonna need after you got the acrylics, actually it should be a third thing because you needed the canvas. We're gonna use Mod Podge. If you don't have Mod Podge, you can absolutely use school glue. Actually, you know what? We will use school glue just to show you how to use it. I'm gonna take my lid off because I want to have it in a little bowl. You don't need too much. And I'm gonna add, see, it's just school glue. I'm gonna add a little water to it. I've got a spray bottle. You don't want a lot of water, a few drops. And, okay. I'm gonna mix it up with my brush. Should be kind of loose, but it's still thick. It's not too watery. And I'm gonna apply it all over my heart. Sometimes it's hard to see where you've applied it. You can always kind of look at a different angle. You know, sometimes I lift it up and I can kind of see. So putting glue on it. Now, if you don't have any tissue and you don't have any napkins or paper to fill this in, you could have done two things. You could fill it in with just glue or glitter at this point, or you could have painted it. Totally up to you. But I like to do the tissue because it adds kind of a fun little surprise element. I tear my tissue. See how it had that straight edge? I kind of left the straight edge, and I'm going to do that again on this side. And see how it's kind of coming off? So I'll either just bend it like that. The secret to keeping it down is to fold it over maybe and then glue it. And I'm applying that glue right over the whole thing. Personally, when I'm Mod Podging something like this, I like to first get those edges because those can be hard. These long ones, I was able to do long strips, but the tinier ones, you might have to do, like the curved, you might have to do tiny little strips. And I'm just going to do little pieces at a time. I'm going to get these on. And then I'll come back later. See, now I'm going to come back and apply a little glue over them. This is layering and layering. Just having patience to get it all filled in. See? Add a little glue there. You don't want to leave this because it's very wet. It's not like you want to stop and go eat lunch and then come back, because you want to do it while the glue is wet. Like I said, I love to see the layers. That would really fit there. Yeah, see? Sometimes you can move it somewhere else. And do one right there. Yeah. See? Now I gotta get creative, do the little edges. Put one on top. You really can layer. If your tissue tears or anything, don't even worry about it. Just add another piece to it. See? Now I gotta fill that in. Now, when the middle happens, I don't like straight pieces. That's just me. So I tend to tear all the sides and then put it on. See how that has a straight edge? I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not paying attention to the colors. I just think it looks pretty. I'm gonna take my time, put a little bit of glue on that. Because also your glue might start to dry out, so. Not fun. There we go. Now I'm going to go over it with glue and make sure I got all the edges. If you want, you could put a little glitter on it. Whatever you like. This is supposed to be your special thing for your special mom or your grandma, or maybe it's your favorite aunt. Or maybe you just want to keep it. Whatever you want to do. Isn't that pretty? So at this point, what I think you should do is get caught up and then blow dry it with a blow dryer. Get it really dry because we need it dry for the next part. See? We're going to be adding the I Love Mom, and we don't want to paint on top of wet glue. So see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So this next part, you could use a Sharpie if you wanted to, but I think it comes out a little thicker and it's easier to paint on. But I'm using, for this part, I'm using a skinnier round tip brush as opposed to when I did the background. I used a bigger flat head brush. So when I'm gonna start to paint, I'm just gonna be dipping the very tip of my brush into the paint. See that? It's just the very tip. And I'm not going to smash it in. I'm just going to be painting very gently. Now I'm going to be writing Mom down here, and because I want it centered, I'm going to do that O first. That way it doesn't get crooked on the paper. So I know that sounds weird, but it makes sense to me. So there's my O for Mom. Okay. And I'm pressing, I'm not pushing hard, I'm pressing gentle. Now I'm going to do my M here. Sometimes when you paint on glitter, it can get a little smudgy. Next, M. There's my Mom. I'm going to come up here and do my I. Very gentle pressure. And again, the way I center it, see that? The love is right in the middle. See how it's in the middle? The O and the V on the other side. I try to imagine where my letters are going to be. That would be the center. So that means I have to do an O and a V. And it may not be exactly center or perfect, but it gets the point across, you know, that it's pretty good spacing. I love Mom. Isn't that cute? I'm going to add a few little elements to around here. I don't want to just use straight black, but I have black still on my brush. And I'm just going to dip into that little bit of purple that I had made. Let's see if I can make a difference. Oh, I need to add a little black. Otherwise it blends in too much. That worked out. I'm going to do a wave. So dipping in the black and then dipping in the purple. Oh, I love wave lines. You could just do it black if you wanted, but I don't know. I thought a little purple would be pretty in there. I'm just doing a line around. You do what you like. This is special for your mom. Don't forget to put your name or your initials. My initials are the first letter in my name and the first letter in my last name. First letter in my first name, which is Tiffany, and the first letter in my last name, which is Bacchus. So it's TB. Definitely. And I think to really finish this off, after this is completely dried, remember, top secret, don't let anybody see it. Right on the back, I should have had you do this first. Right on the back, your name and your age. And if you want to say anything else in the back, you can do that. But I would definitely write your name and your age on the back, because moms, they like that sort of thing. And that is our I Love Mom project. I hope you have fun making it. I hope you're able to find the supplies. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have lots of fun things that I post on a weekly basis for you to see. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next Creating with Gorilla Art.